it was Harold and the Purple Crayon, and it ends with us. Oh God, Ruby. Hello,
Hey,
everyone. Welcome back.
I almost started saying happy something, and I don't know
Happy
where.
New Year.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going. Happy November. Happy day after Halloween.
Happy day after Halloween.
Happy November.
I hope
1st.
you guys enjoyed seeing our awesome costumes.
Yes, we are very proud of them. They were awesome.
We're getting recognized on the street.
We are by one person.
Actually, someone today was
No
like,
way.
were you the Pope?
No way.
Or I was like, I think I'd asked someone. Someone was like, were you at the Halloween party? And I was like, yeah. Do you remember the Popes? And they were like, yeah.
Nice.
And I was like, that was me.
me. And they're like, no way.
Can I get an autograph?
Oh my God, give
Can
me
I
a
get a
photo.
picture? My
Can I
daughter
get
loved
blessed
you.
by you?
I go,
Can you
yeah,
baptize
all
my
right.
child?
We'll put you on the wait list.
Yeah.
We're pretty
booked out.
For
yeah,
the rest
a lot
of
of
the year.
baptisms, a lot of communions, a
And
lot of
into
birthdays, weddings.
2025.
Yeah.
I almost said 6.
Me too,
What
in my
year is
brain.
it?
I still think it's 2023 a lot.
Can I be honest? I've definitely put 2012 on papers.
2012?
I feel like I'm just stuck there in 2012.
Well, I mean, it was a good year.
Yeah, and I feel like that was, I don't know, I feel like that was the last time I...
Was truly happy.
Well, yeah. Whoa.
No.
I was going to say, like, if I was in Groundhog's Day, if
It would go to that
I was in
year.
that movie, it would be 2012. Because I
Okay.
feel like that's the last time I, like... I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I feel like mine would be when I turned 7, so 2008.
Okay.
Anyways.
I'm really glad we covered this.
Yeah, me too. Anyways, if you're new here, welcome to Hyper Talkative Podcast. You've got 40 other episodes to catch up on, so you better get started.
Put in the work.
But basically how the show works, we randomly generate a word from our friends at wordcounter.net. We start a conversation with that word. We talk.
And we see where the conversation ends up.
And that's our catchphrase. Let's see where we end up. It's usually a completely different place.
Yeah.
And to start the episodes, before the randomly generated word, we like to do a little introduction so you can get to know us. And if you watch all the episodes, you'll just gather. It's like Infinity Stones. Every episode, you're getting another Infinity Stone of information about us.
It's like a treat. You're getting a treat.
Exactly. So let's get today's question.
Today's question is actually special because, you know, we put the poll up probably, what?
I don't even
A
remember.
year and a half ago, maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of questions. So we're starting to get to the end. And on top of that, we're starting to have people reach out to me.
Yeah, nobody reaches out to me.
Oh.
Back to the conversation of Georgia has a great support system and my friends don't do shit.
No, it was only Keith last episode.
That's
and
true.
then my friend Michael, our friend Michael. Anyways, Michael texted me and was like, how can I get my question on the show? And I said, well, luckily we're friends. So what's your question?
Is this one from Michael?
This is from Michael.
Oh,
but it
okay.
wasn't on the Instagram
Gotcha.
thing. It was a text.
So if you have one of our phone numbers,
Just
you can
text us.
us.
Yeah, but we should also probably put up another.
Yeah, we should.
thing.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time.
All right. Michael's question is, rank these 5 animals: sloth, rhinoceros, squid, flying squirrel, platypus.
Okay.
Here's if you need to.
Yeah, I'm going to need to reference this list. Number 1.
Number 1 being the best.
Number 1.
Who are you?
I'm Ruby. I'm Ruby Mundock. Ruby Margaret Mundock. I would say number 1, platypus. Because of Perry the Platypus. Side note, cover was released for the new season of Phineas and Ferb. Can you believe that we are saying that in the year 2024? This is the best news ever. Dan, if you are hearing us right now,
We love you.
We love you. Please let us guest star on Phineas and Ferb.
Or we can actually swap. So you can be on the podcast and then we'll be on Phineas and Ferb.
Or just make characters based, just anything. But Perry the Platypus, come on.
Yep.
A funny story.
Whoa. You have to finish the list.
I can't share it. It's about politics.
Maybe it'll come up in conversation.
Yeah.
And then you'll say, I can't share it. It's about politics.
Yeah. So number 1 is platypus. Number 2, squid, because I love calamari.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Squidward.
No, Squidward's annoying as hell.
Whoa.
Squid because I like calamari. 3 would be sloth, just because the sloth in Zootopia is funny.
Mm-hmm.
I love how I'm not basing any of these on any real
thing. Yeah. You have flying squirrel and rhino left.
I think rhino, flying squirrel.
What?
Flying squirrels, I just, they're terrifying. Squirrels alone are just like, get away. But if it's flying at you and attacking you, but a rhino is like, yeah, girl. Yeah, you got that cool horn. Show up, show off.
May I say something?
What?
Hi, my name's Georgea. Number 1 flying squirrel.
Well, good thing.
That's crazy.
Good thing we're not the same person.
I had a flying squirrel onesie that I just recently parted with. Oh. And I wore it to school once. And there's a video of me jumping from a table in class.
These are the things that I would take to my grave.
And I remember I asked permission. Don't worry. I said, it was in my TV class
and
in high school.
And you wonder why you got bullied.
This was in high school.
Did you get bullied in high school?
No, I was awesome in high school.
Oh, well, that's good.
I said to my teacher, I was like, it was TV class, so no one cared, especially my teacher. And I said, can I jump off the table? And he said, I don't care what you do. So I did, and there's a video. People cheered.
Did you get hurt?
No, I just... you know,
flew.
I had wings, so I flew.
Okay.
So flying squirrel number 1, I think that's awesome. I think I will say platypus too. Mm-hmm. Love platypi because of Perry.
You pluralized that so elegantly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Then I think I would say sloth as number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then rhino.
Oh.
And then squid.
Squid last?
Yeah, I don't know. I also like calamari, and I like Squidward.
So why is rhino above squid?
I'm not really sure. Wait, I think I'm gonna change it.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm thinking of hippopotamus.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No.
Okay, it goes.
Rhino has the horn.
Rhino's last, and then
squid is fourth. Okay.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Your rankings.
Yeah. Apparently, Michael said it's something he feels really strongly about it.
Did he send his?
He did. He said his is platypus, flying squirrel, squid, sloth, rhino.
Interesting.
Him and I's lists are very similar, actually. Actually, they're not.
Not really.
He's probably more similar to yours. No,
it's similar.
Everyone's
to yours.
different.
Whatever.
Everyone's different.
Yeah. Well,
we can't wait to hear your guys'.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael, for that very intuitive question.
Yes.
Hope you guys enjoyed getting to know that about us, and I think now it is time
to generate a word.
Drum roll.
Dig. Have you ever dug in your life?
Probably on the beach.
You know what?
I don't know if I've ever actually dug a hole.
Let's actually dive into this.
Okay.
Straight men.
Yeah.
And maybe just men in general.
Yeah.
And maybe some women too. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be...
We're not gonna marginalize you.
However, I will say that typically straight guys love to dig holes at the beach. I don't think I've ever met someone in my life
who doesn't. No.
My brother, my cousin, all of their friends.
Falls victim to those holes?
Who?
Us.
Yes.
I have fallen into holes.
Have you?
Not like deep, but like I'll be walking and there's a little hole on the beach and like I trip.
Well, and that's the thing.
And fall.
It's like I can't even begin to explain it. And I witnessed it every summer we go to the beach because I have an older brother. He would dig it. And then my mom would be like, you have to close it up when we're done.
Would he?
Yeah, he would.
Okay.
But like, I don't understand.
Like why?
You dig a hole and then there's just a hole.
And then you fill it.
then you fill it when you're done. What's the gain? What do you get from that? At least like a sandcastle, it's like, I did it.
Why don't you just dig at home in the dirt?
Yeah, I guess that's harder. It's easier to dig in the sand.
Yeah.
But I've never seen my brother dig a hole in the dirt.
Exactly.
Just the sand.
It's
like a thing. It's like a thing.
It
people,
is.
like
so
guys
many
do
people
it.
Go and they'll just go to town on these holes.
And I don't understand. It's also very similar, and I think I tweeted this once. Guys love Ryan Reynolds. Straight guys love Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
and Dua Lipa too.
Yeah, are they connected at all?
Ryan and Dua Lipa?
Yeah, no. I'm going through a tough time.
Oh.
I used to be like a Ryan and Blake fanatic.
I could see that.
But now, the tides are turning.
Is it because of the drama?
It's partly.
Okay.
Well, first of all, there's the whole "It's End With Us" thing, and Blake just didn't handle that well. And look, I still like her. Like, I'm still a Gossip Girl fan. I still follow her on Instagram. Mm-hmm. She just like really was annoying during all of that and just did not handle it the right way. But I saw the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and I need to tell this story.
Go ahead.
Shout out to my cousin Kai.
Shout
I know
out Kai.
He's listening.
He does listen.
And I was hanging with Kai one weekend down in Delaware, and it was just him and I. Kai is about 12 years younger than me, a bit younger.
Do the math.
So I'm
Ruby's 40.
I'm trying to be like the cool older cousin, And we're like, let's go watch a movie. I say, hey, he's like, Deadpool? I said, yeah, we can go see Deadpool Wolverine. I'm like, oh, it'll be a typical Marvel movie, probably a little bit of violence, but that's normal. That's probably why, there's the rating. But I was like, it'll be fine. And I was like, if you think that you can see this, then yeah, sure, let's go. We go to the movie theater, we get checked in, have to, show my ID to get Kai in. Of course. Were like, I should have known. And the whole high school football team from their county was sitting in the theater with us.
Oh my God.
Which is already just too much.
Wait, they were sitting with you?
Like in the 4 rows behind.
Oh, okay.
They came and sat in the 2 rows behind us, and then like 20 more of them came. So we were like, we'll move down
theater?
A few rows.
I thought you meant that they were sitting with you.
I mean, pretty much. Some of them were in our row.
Okay.
Like they didn't acknowledge us, but they were like kicking our chair. It was just a lot. And if you've seen the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie, that movie with a bunch of high school boys, it's a recipe for disaster.
Well, that's their drug.
The movie was just extremely like vulgar. So F-bombs every 2 words. I'm sitting here mortified because I brought my cousin to see it. I'm like, I'm going to get in trouble.
He's heard the F word.
I know, but still, and the inappropriate jokes, I was like, I hope these are going over his But I got so annoyed by Ryan Reynolds in that movie that I literally don't like him anymore.
Wow.
I hated how it kept, like, he would say something as Ryan Reynolds and like talk about the real world. I hated that because I was like, it's a movie. Stop.
Have you seen Deadpool?
No.
Okay.
Which that also didn't help because we were so confused.
Yeah.
But he was so annoying in it. I get angry thinking about it. He was just so annoying. Everything about him in that movie just bothered me, and I just like can't see him the same way now, and I don't like him anymore because that movie annoyed me. So we left an hour
I was just gonna say, you left.
We left, and I looked over, I was like, are you? He was like, I'm kind of confused. I was like, me too. Do you just want to leave? And he was like, yeah.
May I?
Yeah.
I will say, if you haven't seen the other Deadpool movies or like the X-Men movies, it doesn't really make sense. And like the whole like breaking the fourth wall and like him talking, like that's like the character in the comics and stuff.
Here's the thing.
And it's not for everyone.
If I had seen the other movies, I would probably hate them all too.
I was just going to say, if you watched Deadpool 1, you probably wouldn't have finished it.
No.
And it would have been.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone.
No. It certainly wasn't for me.
And there were a lot of F words. I liked it.
The F words, or just the movie.
Well,
it was just like, so I do not mind the F word. Like, I think it's funny when used correctly, but when it's every 2 words, it's just
it
like,
was a bit much.
Like, it's like when people have such a potty mouth and they just add curse words in every sentence to like sound cool or something, and it's like, you don't need to do that. It just makes you sound stupid and just like you're trying too hard. I like them tastefully.
You like tasteful curses.
I like tasteful curse words.
My dad and I had this conversation because I went through a phase where I was obsessed with Rick and Morty. Don't ask me about it.
I remember that.
It's a good show. But they say they curse a lot in that show. I remember he would come downstairs when I'm in the middle of watching it and be like, "What are you watching?" And I'm like, first of all, you sound like this sometimes.
Yeah.
And second, I think that there's something funny about the use of F words, but there's a line.
If it's like a scene where they're like I'm pretty sure in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles there's a scene when he just like is like boom, 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 boom. Like, that's funny if it's a scene. If it's an hour in and you've said it 70 times along with just like everything you say is innuendo, I'm just like,
Ruby does not like that. There's a way to do it satirely, and I do agree that I think in Deadpool and Wolverine it was just too much. It's like, okay, you have the R rating, so now you're just gonna say this word.
I don't want people to think that I'm like a priss.
No, you're
not. Because
I
do like it. Just
I love what's your favorite curse word?
Probably back. Just before you cross the line is when I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Once you cross it, I'm just like, all right. Especially when you're there with your 12-year-old cousin.
Right. And the experience.
And you're thinking the whole time, am I going to get in trouble?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so Uncle Matt and Michelle, if you are listening to this, I apologize. We left
She's
early.
ruined your son.
We're fine. It was a bonding experience, and we both came out better on the other side.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. The theater also didn't have Coke. It had Pepsi products. So, like, that added to it also, you know?
There's something I feel like I need to share. I don't think I've been honest with.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Our listeners here, as you guys know, I graduated and I moved back home. Yeah. And let me tell you something about beautiful Mechanicsburg, Carlisle, Harrisburg area. Yeah. There's one Regal in Harrisburg, and you know, I went when I was home for breaks, and it's nice to go to. Yeah. But it's I can't, guys.
just share it.
Okay, so first of all, Regal Harrisburg apparently had bed bugs, which I didn't know, and so I looked it up, and I actually had gone to that theater a month after they had reopened after having bed bugs, which is like fine because, you know, I never got bed bugs, but it's just funny, I had no idea. So they had bed bugs. It's not a great theater, and
there's something about the Millersville Regal that no other Regals compare.
Right. And I think most of it is just like happiness and nostalgia because we would go all the time. Yeah. And so I just have happy memories there. And the Harrisburg Regal is just sad. Yeah. And
does it even have recliners?
No. Oh. And that's the other thing. The seats suck, and it's just like I was driving further, and it had always been in the back of my mind to cancel it. Yeah. But I was like, I never will. I love Regal. I mean,
we spent so many days,
so many times, and we've talked about
experiences at Regal.
So many people that we've inspired to get it.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
No,
and
it's okay. We're all here.
Thanks, guys. I was looking on the app, and I saw that they weren't getting Saturday Night, the movie, and I said, "Oh, I can't."
They did get it, though.
I know, we'll get there.
Okay, sorry.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
I was like, I'm gonna see this movie a lot. Something's gonna need to change. And so between finding out from my friend Bree, shout out Bree, in the Harrisburg area that the Regal had fleas, or not fleas, bed bugs at some point. I always say, okay, whatever. And it not having Saturday night, I said, this is my sign from the universe. Yeah. And so I just looked into AMC A-List. I was just looking.
Yeah.
I texted Tyler, our friend Tyler, who works at an AMC, and I said, I'm thinking about doing this. And he was like, do it immediately. And I did it. Yeah. So I'm an AMC A-lister now. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, it's kind of awesome.
I have still never been to an AMC.
Come to mine.
I'm going to.
Okay.
I want to experience it.
We'll go.
Okay.
There's Coke.
Yeah, that's Regal's.
I could stop right there.
Yeah.
There's no bed bugs.
Yeah.
It's also, my AMC has a lot of memories. I mean, who remembers the story of when I stood someone up at the movies? I was supposed to go to that AMC, but I went to the other one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's before it was an AMC, it was called Cinema Center, and that's the movie theater that I would always go to as a child.
Yeah. See,
so
I went to Regal Manor.
Yeah.
All growing up.
God, I'm jealous of you. But it's nice to be back, and the employees know who I am. Yes, I went in last week, and I was getting my ticket from my best friend in the entire world, who I've seen before, and whatever, he works there.
I didn't think I worked at AMC.
Oh, sorry, my bad. And he said, weren't you just here yesterday? And I said, 2 days ago, Alec. And then the lady behind him, I had also recognized her. She was laughing.
Yeah.
And I was like, guys, I'm just getting the most of my A-list. And they were like, no hate.
Exactly.
And I was like, I think there's a little hate.
Yeah.
But I will say the only thing that I don't love about A-List is that you can only see 3 movies a week. They limit you.
I thought you were going to say a month. I was like, that's messed up.
No, it's a week.
3 a week. Well, I mean, I for the normal average person, I don't think they're going more than 3 times a week.
That's true.
Like I struggle to go once a month. I still keep my Regal Unlimited just because I like to support the theater, and sometimes I do use it. But you know, I support your decision.
Yeah.
Let's say if Top Gun Maverick came back in theaters and was only at Real or Penn Cinema, I would consider switching for that period.
Exactly. It's tough, and the reality is, as Ruby had mentioned, Regal ended up getting Saturday night.
Yeah.
However, I needed that push.
Exactly.
I needed that.
And look, it's closer to you.
It is.
Coke again.
And the popcorn doesn't taste like cardboard.
Yeah, Regal popcorn is an acquired taste.
It is.
The thing about Manor Regal is the McDonald's is right there, which is great. Mm-hmm. So we always just do a McDonald's run.
Yeah.
And then head into Regal. We recently saw Saturday Night, the movie together. Yes. There's a theater in Lancaster called Real.
That's beautiful theater.
It's so nice.
The
screen is huge.
It's fantastic.
The recliners are high tech. Mm-hmm. They heat up.
Yeah.
They have a full food menu with wood fire pizzas.
They have like alcohol too.
They have a bar.
Yeah.
If Real had a subscription, I would go 100%.
Yeah.
So Real, if you're listening, Real follows both of us on Instagram.
Yeah, they also have great socials.
I would, being a Lancaster resident, I would consider a Real subscription if you guys started one.
A real
subscription. That makes me Top Gun Regal Manor is where we saw Top Gun Maverick for the first time.
It makes you want to cry when you think about.
We were in the back row.
Yep.
Wow. And then, wow. And in the Heights, I saw that for the first time at the Penn Cinema Drive-In.
Oh, wow.
And then for the second time at Real. All the movie theaters.
There's nothing like the movies.
The Nicole Kidman thing.
That's also a beautiful part.
People make fun of it. No, she's so real. We go to the theater for magic.
We come to this place. Here's the other thing about AMC that I love.
Okay.
It literally makes me scream. When they play the Nicole Kidman ad.
Is there a new one?
There's multiple.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes they play the old one, but there's multiple now. She goes, that indescribable feeling when the lights begin to dim.
Do they?
And the lights literally dim as she says that. And I literally cheer.
AMC.
I cheer.
We are going to AMC.
Come on over.
Okay.
We'd love to have you. There's also, sorry to just yap on about the movies, guys. You know we could do this.
Thing.
There's also a room. So shout out to Trinity, because Trinity and I obviously grew up in the same area. I don't know. Do you guys know that? Did I say that before? Whatever. It doesn't matter. We grew up in the same area. We grew up in Carlisle, and we talked about when that AMC was Cinema Center. Mm-hmm. They used to have posters everywhere, like top to bottom, just covered, and it was awesome. Yeah. And they don't do that anymore. It's like lame. However, their arcade is insane because it's like a movie man cave. They have like all these posters, like from literally like top to bottom of the walls, decorated, like standees, the old little like now showing things. It's so sick. Yeah. And I will say that makes up for it.
Yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now I just want to go to the movie theater.
Well, let's go. Wow. Let's go see Saturday night.
Okay, I'll see it again. I sometimes wish that you could put in requests for movies for them to play.
And do you know what? You know that TikTok trend that's like, my 3 plans?
No.
There's like, you don't hear that? Mm-mm. People are just like, these are my 3 life plans. And it's like, graduate, get my doctorate. And then the next one's like, graduate, become a nanny. Oh. And the third one's like, die or something. Oh. I don't know.
Okay.
This doesn't matter. But one of my life plans is to open my own movie theater.
I was just going to say you need to own a movie theater.
And it's like, yes, we would play new movies, but we would also play movies that I like, and I would force everyone to go see them.
Yeah.
And I would take requests.
I was
my
say,
God.
That would be so cool.
This summer, Penn Cinema in Lancaster, their managers did like the movie series, and they played like Little Women, Almost Famous. So, guys, if all else fails in my life, I'm going to open a movie theater.
Honestly, I don't even think that's if all else fails.
That's true. Oh my God. Can you imagine how awesome that would be? We could have parties there, Ruby.
Well, I'm not
We
gonna
could
lie.
screen things there.
A lot of like, I say a lot. I think like maybe 1 or 2 of the theaters in our area, like you can rent out a theater for an event. My birthday this year, I am renting out a theater.
Are you?
And I am going to invite everyone, and we're watching Top Gun Maverick.
Okay, I'll be there.
How awesome is that?
Like, so awesome.
So many of my friends haven't seen it, and I said, guys, you have to experience it in theater first. Yeah. And so I'm going to provide them that experience for my birthday. I'm
smiling. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
What would I call my movie theater? I'll think about it.
Yeah.
It has to be, like, cool. Yeah. Guys, if you have suggestions, let me know. DM me, text me.
Hall of Films.
Okay, that's one option. I'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll workshop it. Yeah. Speaking of movies, we have a funny story.
We do.
It's like stupid.
Another thing that I love about the movie,
like it's really not that funny, but I just think it is.
Drive-ins. Drive-ins are awesome.
Penn Cinema didn't do their drive-in this summer, and I was really sad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because we don't have anyone near us.
You can come to me.
I know. It's just
There's
really
2
far.
near me. We're greedy. I think they should be a thing forever. It's beautiful. You know, sometimes my ears can not work sometimes. I have trouble hearing. Yeah. So that's one thing. I wish they would put on captions.
And I don't get how you do it with your, like, how you can turn your car off but still have the radio going.
I don't
and
think
then your
you can
battery
do that.
Dies.
One time I went with my friends in high school, and his car kept like turning off. So then he would run and turn it back on every time, and I was like, we should have just rented a radio.
Yeah.
Like but there's a drive-ins by my house, and they were playing Twisters, and I think it was
it the original?
Oh yeah, it was
double
Twister.
feature.
It was Twister and then Twisters, and I was away that weekend or something.
I think I was free, but I was like, I'm not gonna go without Georgea.
So I commented on the post, and I said, please do this again next weekend.
And then she texted me and said, can you also comment on the post?
Yeah.
And I was like, please do this again next weekend. And so we had hope. I couldn't even go the next weekend, but I just wanted to do it for her.
Honestly, it happens often where if they have like a good lineup, they'll do it again the next week.
So then we get the post for the next weekend's lineup. And what was it?
It was Harold and the Purple Crayon, and it ends with us. So not
only
did they say, no, we're not doing this again, they said, fuck you, Georgia.
We're going to do the
We're
worst
going to
lineup.
do the 2 worst movies that are in theaters right now, and probably 2 worst movies from the year.
Can we talk about Harold and the Purple Crayon? Why was it a man?
I don't know.
Harold is a kid.
Can I say something that I feel very strongly about?
Not every book needs to be a movie. What are you going to say?
I'm going to say that.
I
think that we need to stop. Listen. We need to stop doing sequels. We need to stop doing biopics. We need to stop doing remakes.
Come up with new ideas.
Oh my God, I'm begging you.
The amount of
hire
remakes,
me. Hire Ruby.
The amount of well, you don't need to hire me. You can hire Georgia though.
Okay.
The amount of like live action Disney remakes.
We don't need them.
The amount of why did we have 5 Toy Stories?
Why are we... Dude, we said goodbye to the toys like 3 times, I swear.
I'm excited for Moana 2. Did we need it?
I'm not. No.
If they make Frozen 3, will I be excited? Yes, but do we need it? No.
It's so obvious, and...
I hate how they like keep doing it with shows.
Yes.
Also, they'll do like Pretty Little Liars 2.0, new Gossip Girl. No.
It's so obvious they're doing it for money grabs.
Come up with new ideas. And they all suck. That's the thing. If they were good, it would be different, but they all suck.
I think sometimes it's fine. Like with biopics.
I mean, look, Top Gun Maverick. That is a sequel that makes sense. It was a far apart.
I'm not saying you can't have sequels and you can't.
You just don't need 20. When the story has an ending.
I think there's a time and place, and sometimes movies are good when there's one and they're done. Yeah. You don't need to bring them back 40 years later to do it again.
I also think that like book talk is really influencing this.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of books that are being turned into movies or shows that I'm excited about, but there's a lot that are being turned into movies and shows that I'm not excited about.
Right.
AKA anything by Colleen Hoover.
Yeah.
I've never even read one of her books, but
she shouldn't even be writing books anymore.
No, because if you read the quotes,
Bill
it's
keeps
just terrible.
Falling. Bill and Taylor.
However, Emily Henry,
that's allowed.
I will be sat.
That's allowed.
I will be sat, and my Regal Unlimited will be being used.
I think there are so many like original good movies and shows that are coming out that aren't getting attention the way that Twisters is or Inside Out 2 is. Again, they're not bad movies. I'm not saying that. Yeah. A lot of work goes into
Twisters
them.
Out of your mouth.
A lot of work goes into them. I'm just like, all right, where's the new stuff? Like, I don't know. There's smaller movies that aren't reaching the box office the way, I don't know.
They're saying that they're going to make a Top Gun 3.
No.
And I'm the biggest Top Gun. We don't need it.
No.
What are you going to do? The story has been finished.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I have to say is that there's so many movies that come out on streaming services every day now.
Yeah.
I wish there were more big movies in theaters. I just feel like there has been not many movies. I go onto the Regal app and there's like 4.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're just going through a drought, but it's like, I would so much prefer when movies are like launched. I just hate that so many movies, like, it's just like, oh, this movie came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
So I have to watch this brand new movie.
It's a different experience when you watch it at home. Yeah.
I was gonna say AKA, I don't get through it most times.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think almost every studio is looking for the biggest way to earn money, and I feel like that's not the point of movies.
No.
The movies are supposed to inspire, they're supposed to entertain and like tell a story. And if you're talking about how Andy's going off to college for the 40th time, now he's going to grad, like, stop. There is something else you can do.
Grad school, law school.
There are people.
Andy's an intern.
I know that there are people out there with scripts that are being shoved aside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's so many other like movies that don't get to go to theaters the way that something like Top Gun would. No offense to Top Gun.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Tom Holland was recently talking in a podcast that I was listening to, and he was talking about how he doesn't take like gigs to make his image better. He won't take a movie if he's like, he doesn't ever think about what the movie will do for him.
Yeah.
He's like, do I like the story? Do I like the idea? Like, do I believe in it? And could I bring it to life? And if the answer is no, he won't take it.
Period. More actors need
to do that.
Except for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Which we were talking about this before we started recording, and Georgia said Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson needs to start being in less movies, and I said no.
I don't think I've seen enough.
I liked
him in The Game Plan.
Yeah.
And he was fine in Moana 1.
Yeah.
I just
he is in a lot. You know, every
yes,
he
take
is.
a break.
Has he been in Marvel yet?
No. That's what I was going to say. The only studio that I'm like, all right, fine, you can keep making movies is Marvel.
Agreed, except all the new Marvel movies suck in my opinion.
But it's going to come back with Spider-Man 4.
Yes, I think that once some of the OGs come back, I'm frustrated too that they're bringing back the old cast members as new characters. Am I excited to see Robert Downey Jr. on my screen again? Absolutely. Do I wish it was as Iron Man? Yeah. I just keep getting confused. I'm already confused by the multiverse thing.
Yeah.
All the storylines just really, I don't get it. And now that they're going to be here as different people, it's just there's so many actors. Get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to play the new character.
I hope that they have an idea of where they're going, because right now it's here's another character. Harry Styles is in your universe, guys. What are you planning to do with him?
There's so many characters that they were just post-credit scene.
And apparently they were
woo!
Oh, we're not doing another Eternals movie, which is fine. It was bad, but you what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is get us at the head of these big companies.
We will be there.
I have dozens of notes in my phone. I wrote one yesterday. Actually, I'm not going to say it. If you want to hear it, hire me.
Yeah, good, nice.
Thank you.
I wrote a movie with my friend at the time back in the day in 6th grade, and it's a whole script and it's pretty good. So
what is this movie called?
I forget. I don't remember.
Do you remember a plot?
No. But I have the notebook somewhere with the script written in it.
That's good.
So if you want that, if you want the roly-poly wars, hit me up.
I think also there should be more Lego movies.
Okay.
I just saw the Pharrell Williams Piece by Piece.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
It was awesome. I don't think I would have cared as much if it was not Legos. Is it
about him?
Yeah, it's kind of like a documentary style movie.
Oh, but
he's
made as Legos.
And it's actually very intriguing. And they played the Wicked trailer. It was the last trailer to play before the movie, and it was done in Legos. And I was like, see, I would care about seeing this.
I am so excited for Wicked.
I'm all right.
I have never seen the musical.
Well, that is the thing.
Did you? It's 2.5 hours long.
And it's only the first part.
Which that doesn't make no.
That's not
when
necessary.
When I heard it was only the first part, I got pissed off.
You can get the entire musical in one movie.
The whole musical is 2.5 hours long. So what are they adding?
I will say I forgot what happens in the musical. Don't tell me, anyone.
Yeah, no spoilers.
And so that I'm excited because I honestly forget what happens.
I'm just really.
It's been a
just
while.
remembered that the one Spider-Man, the Miles Morales, was a to be continued.
Yeah, and you know what? When they first teased that, really early, they said part 1, Across the Spider-Verse part 1, and then they stopped.
Yeah, because
they stopped saying that.
I didn't
and
know.
Then at the end, it said to be continued. And I remember I was telling people, I was like, "Isn't this just the first part?" And they were like, "No." And I was like, "Then where did I come up with this?" Narrative.
They need to start doing that for the Wicked promo because they're just making it seem like it's the whole movie.
Yes.
There's literally no part 1 in the ads, in the trailers at all. Well,
what word did we even start with? God.
Dig.
Oh, dig.
From dig to movies.
To movies.
We really just talked about movies for the whole episode.
And so what?
So what?
Time flies when you're having fun.
It really does. And you know what? Hopefully we've inspired you to check out your local movie theater.
And if it's a Regal or an AMC, to perhaps consider getting a subscription. Honestly, I think it's worth it if you see 2 movies a month.
Oh, it's absolutely worth it.
Because you're saving money.
You save so much money because movie tickets are astronomical these days. We hope you enjoyed hearing us talk. But that is we started at Dig.
It is.
I don't even remember how we got here.
Me either.
So
me either.
At the end of the day,
we did our job.
This was awesome. We did our job.
Feel free to let us know your movie takes, cold or hot.
Please do.
And
if you'd like to be invited to my Top Gun Maverick birthday party,
DM us.
DM us, because if I get a whole theater, I'm going to have to invite a lot of people.
And please tell me what I should name my theater. I'm actually going to go home and start mapping that out.
You don't have to reach out about the Top Gun thing. Reach out to her. Reach out about...
No.
That I would rather people take their time to help you with your movie theater.
But people are going to want to go to your birthday.
You should open a theater. I'm being dead serious.
Don't do this.
Georgia, that would be so awesome.
And
you can make it so
Can you
cute
imagine
and cool.
me in like a movie theater polo, like smiling, like ribbon cutting? The governor's there probably.
I could get him there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And honestly, I think like really famous people would go too.
Yeah.
They go, this is the first time anyone's ever opened an independent movie theater. Like, and I would have like awesome stuff.
It would be so like cool in there.
It would be like cool.
It would be cool. So you heard it here first. You're all invited to the grand opening.
Yes, I'm thinking maybe 2030.
Okay, you've got
what year
plenty
is
of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
6 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough time.
Oh, I'm gonna come up with an awesome name.
So start sending us names. Well, on that note, Georgia's being silenced by our mic.
Thank you guys for watching or listening.
Follow us on social media at Hyper Talkative Podcast on Instagram and TikTok, at Hyper Talkative on Twitter, www.hypertalkativepodcast.com.
The usual, nothing's changed.
Yeah, no. And with that, I hope everybody has a great November.
Be thankful.
Oh my God, yeah, happy Thanksgiving.
And look out for our Christmas
card info, yeah. Holiday card info.
Holiday card, yes.
And the next time we see you, it'll be December, which is insane, and we'll be feeling holly and jolly. So
AF.
And then it's gonna be 2025.
Okay, don't need to say that.
Anyways, in the spirit of our Halloween costumes this year, peace be with you.
And with you, Ruby.
Thanks.
Hyper Talkative Podcast is brought to you by us. Just us.
Unless you want to sponsor us. Wink, wink.
Hyper Talkative is recorded at the Candy Factory Co-working and Social Club in downtown Lancaster.
Our theme music was done by help from Johnny Jed Music, and the show is recorded, edited, and published by Georgea Hall and Ruby Mundok.